Alright, so I'm about to teach you guys a little something. So, EVOC. EVOC has a few different courses that you're going to have to go through. The first course that I personally did was this guy. This guy was known as the Star of Life because you go in kind of like a star motion. But you start here, and you're all happy inside your ambulance. Look at the ambulance. It's beautiful, beautifully crafted. I kind of emphasize the tires because pretty much what you have is pivot point. So for it, pivot point's right here in the back tires. So you gotta know when to turn so that you don't hit anything. For the van, it's going to be the back tire. So center of the cap of the back tire is where you want to start churning. So once when you hit this, you line it up with the corner, start churning. You hook it. When you hook it, since your back tire is already there, you're not going to hit anything here. So you're just going to keep churning. You're going to pull into the spot right here. So now you got your awesome looking ambulance with the little lights and the windshield and the little tires and stuff and the little curvy thing with the lights on the side. All that cool stuff. So now you're going to have it over here. This is like a single lane thing. You can barely fit it in there. And then the guy's going to be like, alright, bring it on over here. So then you're like, crap. So remembering your pivot point, because you're awesome like that, you're like, okay, checking my mirror, switch in the reverse, check my mirror, check where the tire is positioned at, bring it back. Once when your tire hits this point, hook it. Gonna come all the way in, boop, park. You're gonna be barely making it, but boop, park. Once when you do that, put it back in drive. Now you're gonna have to put it over here into another single spot. In this single spot, you're gonna pull up. Once when your back tire doesn't miss this cone, hook it, bam. You're gonna go straight over here into the spot over here. Heard that? So every time you're using your pivot point's right here. So back tires. So now you're up in this spot, and then they're gonna be okay, back up. So now you're like, wow, using your pivot point right here. Bam, hugging this as much as you can. Each time you're hugging it as much as you can without touching it, so that you're lined up. Bam, straight. Once when you get there, last thing that you gotta do is pull her straight on down. Once when you pull her straight forward, you're done. So that's one of the courses that they do, and that's just getting used to your pivot point. So make sure that you know your pivot points for it. This one's for the van. The truck, the box truck, you're gonna have like a little exhaust vent. It's gonna be between the exhaust vent and the tire. So that one's a little bit wider. With the box, all you're doing is turning wider. It's a little bit trickier when you do like reverse serpentine and whatnot, but it's not all that bad. But anyways, on to the next one. So moving on from this one, now we go to this one. I just drew it. It's fabulous, but it's not true to size. So as you can see, that's not wide enough to fit that vehicle. But I'm not going for perfection. So you have your fabulous ambulance. Later on, they're not on during the course though. But anyways, now you're doing serpentine. Whoop. So remember your pivot points. Once when your tire gets to the cone, hook it. So you're gonna, and you're gonna fit in because that space is actually bigger than what you need. So pivot point, pull forward, bam. And pretty much how you're finding your pivot point is once again using your mirror. Once when you see it, you hook, you start paying attention to where this cone is. You're going to lose sight of this cone in the hood, but you got to kind of guesstimate when it's going to be like over here. So once when it's over like by your door, so like right here, that's when you start turning. And you're going to be hugging these cones as much as you possibly can because that's going to help you out in the long run. So once when it reaches like your doorish to like tire to the door, that's when you're going to start turning again. And you're going to be looking for it in your mirror. So you're going to be looking for it, making sure that you're not hitting it. Line yourself up so that you're going straight. And if you do it perfectly, you can go straight, and you're already going to be hugging this cone here with these. So once when you get to your pivot point on this one, hook it. Just keep hooking it. You're going to see this one. It's going to get lined up. Once when you get it lined up with your back tire, hook it. And you're going to go. There's actually more cones than this, but I ran out of paper. So you're going to do like 8 of these going all the way down it. And then you're going to stop. On mine, you stopped on this side, but like I said, I ran out of paper. So you're going to stop. Once when you stop, that's when the fun part happens. You kick it into reverse. And then you go right on back through. That one's all about the mirrors. So you're using your mirror. Once when you see that you're at the pivot point, you're going to hook it. Once when you start churning, stop using the mirror on this side. Stop using that one because that one's no longer good for you. Then you start using this guy. Use the bottom mirror, the one that shows you the wide view, until you see this guy. Once when you see that in this mirror, you line it up so that you get real close to this. Once when you get to your pivot point, hook it. And your pivot point is still back tire. So back tire, hook it. Once when you start churning, you're going to switch over to this one here, because this one's not going to help you find the next cone. This one is. So you start hooking back, checking your right mirror. Once when you see that cone, line it up so that you're hugging it. Come over, hug it, hug it. Once when you're at your pivot point, hook it. So you're hooking it. Once again, you're looking back at this tire. Sorry, at this side mirror. So now the driver's side mirror, you're coming back around. You see it, hook it, go straight. So you're going straight here. And then once when you get to that pivot point again, hook it, park straight. You gotta do that a couple times. But once when you figure out the trick to it, it's so freaking easy. And that makes you feel cool. But remember, this picture, not true to size. So that's the Serpentine. Serpentine / reverse Serpentine. You do that with the box truck as well. The box truck is a lot trickier for me. I kept taking it too wide, but I was still able to do it without hitting cones. I was just going too wide for it. So after you do this course, and after you do this course as well with the van and the box truck, so it's 2 separate courses. So that's 1, 2, and 3 courses. Then you go to this course. So this is a fun course. You start out over here, and pretty much what you're doing is you're going to drive. Where's my handy dandy tool? Okay, so you're going to drive. So you're going to come down, and you're going to go 20 miles per hour. 20 miles per hour on the left side. Along the curve, you're going to hit over here to the right side then, and then stop. So left side, hook, right side, stop. Treat it like an intersection, check both ways, and you come back around. It took me a couple of tries to get it like perfectly. But come back around, come over here, stop. Stop over here. Well, actually, no, sorry. Sorry. So you come around, and you start picking the speed again. You go 20 miles per hour, and then right around this area here is when your guy tells you you're either left or right, but you have no idea. You have all the question marks. But you choose either left or right. So this is supposed to like be an obstacle, an obstacle that you're. So you don't know what's there. You got an obstacle here that you have to get around, and you don't know if you're going to go left or right. So he tells you left or right. So he tells you right. Boom! Swerve out of the way. Woo! You made it. You come over here, hook back over, boom! Stop right here. So this is simulating you parking in the lane. So you avoided the accident, hook back over, boom, back in business. So once when you stop here, then you pull over, and you're like, okay, normal life all over again, back to the intersection. But now we're lighting sirens because it's like awesome stuff going on. So then you're like, woo, and you pull up to the red light. So this is the red light. You got the red light, the red light. So you got the red light there. So Being an ambulance and an emergency vehicle, you have to drive with due regard. So, saying that with due regard and everything, you have to stop at every single intersection and clear it. So you're gonna stop, left, right, left. Go, stop, left, right, left. Go, stop. Now, right, left, right, because traffic's going that way. Go, stop, right, left, right, and then go. Now you're like, beep, 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 and then you're like, yeah, I finished the course because I'm awesome. And then they make you do it all over again. 3 times. This part was fun. They make this part so that you can actually tone the ambulance and actually know like how it sounds. But yeah, that's pretty much EVOC there. This is like the fun course to do, of course. So yeah, hopefully this gives you guys a little bit of a feel of what you guys will be doing as far as EVOC. This is what I did for work. This isn't what I did in school. School was more basic. You guys saw that one on the video. This is the one that I did afterwards. So yeah, that's EVOC. I didn't really know any other way to show you guys other than through awesome drawings. And I think I might keep this and be like, I made something today. Yeah, I want to show you guys that before I signed off for the day. So I'm going to end it on that note with the EVOC. Until next time, guys, peace.